The truth about schools.
This tracks back to people who would benefit financially from a more government-centric economy because they're at table. They're already political players. They don't want to worry about competition.
Not only is competition eliminated, but employees are created. The type that would be content to work 60 or 70 hours a week in a dead-end corporate job that just paid enough to survive. Traditionally, Americans would have had no interest in that. They would have wanted to use all the individual talents and abilities that God had given them. They wanted to do 100 different things in their life. Invent things, start new businesses, change the world. And the elites didn't want any of that, so it had to be destroyed.
It's like we're going after Marx's vision and at the same time making it impossible as well, because the mind arson necessary to get an amenable voter means that the wealth that you're planning on redistributing is really gone. You just don't know it yet.
Just as I was beginning to dig in, I realized I was making a big mistake. The temptation on all these different issues is to not accept the reality of how things really are. The bottom line is, our enemies are in control of the schools, so there is no fix. I know you don't want to hear that because I don't want to hear that, but it's true. They want our kids to be useful idiots. They want them to be dependent on the state. That's the goal of the whole thing. So they will repackage, rename, rebrand the same old thing over and over again. It is intentionally going downhill. We have to grasp this. It is purposeful. We legitimize them by acting like they just don't have a good idea and we have a better one. They know exactly what they are doing. They want to create a new world man that is dependent on government for his very existence. So to even talk about Common Core, debating its good points or bad points, is playing into their plan of sidetracking all of our energies and efforts on a dead-end road. Even without Common Core, the schools are completely bankrupt and destroying our children. We have seen a decline now for 70 straight years without any interruption. As long as the government has a monopoly in education, we will keep getting what we have.
And the end result is to make our children and those educated under this influence, to make them.
What is something important that you've told someone but they refuse to believe you?
That bacon, sausage and other processed meats cause cancer. The World Health Organization classed bacon and processed meats as Group 1 carcinogens, which is in the same group as asbestos and tobacco smoking.
We do not care.
FDA ingredients we need to petition to get banned. Part 1.
A zodiac carbonamide, or better known as the yoga mat chemical, was first the plastic in the yoga mats. Now it's in your food. And not just some of it, all of it. There's the foods positive you need.
More on glyphosate. Read through this report on long-term effects from glyphosate on animals and humans. Genetic damage, increase in tumors, reduced sperm count, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma linked to glyphosate. Victims can apply for settlement money from lawsuits. Residential use of glyphosate will be banned in 2023. A step in the right direction, but watch out for glyphosate products rebranded under a new name. Glyphosate was developed and patented by Monsanto. Given their history including patenting sterile seeds which require you to continue buying from them, do you think they value our health or their pockets?
I'm sorry, I just hallucinated. What?
My lineage lit and it's serious. Bring the beat life like Jorno. Young gangstar flip the kill switch. Jojo, pose, pose, pose. Jojo, pose, pose.
Give us another 5 minutes.
5 minutes? What? We were talking for like at least an hour.
In a dream, your mind functions more quickly, therefore, time seems to feel more slow.
5 minutes in the real world gives you an hour in the dream.
Okay, Nimbus only drinks the good shit, so just toss this whale-ass ocean wine in here and age it up a few centuries.
So time moves faster in there? It's like a Narnia thing?
I'm not a beaver who believes in Jesus Christ, Morty. But yeah, it's pretty much a Narnia thing.
Alright chat, today we're going to be talking about modern matrix things that everyday people use that are not the best for your body. The first one up is shoes in general, but specifically athletic running shoes. That rubber sole that they have, most shoes have them, they disconnect you from the current of the earth, which is electrical, and there's a practice called grounding, which is related to this. Walking barefoot is actually really helpful also for acupuncture on the bottom of your feet, but this is an example of heels and joint problems that could happen. Second one up is sunscreen. It's actually heavy on chemicals, toxins, and metals that will seep into your skin and cause a lot of damage if you don't look into it. Natural remedy, coconut oil, omega-3 fatty acids, any foods that contain them will be very helpful for that, but leave the sunscreen alone. As you can see, coconut oil is one of those things you can use for anything. It is very, very good on fats and making a protective layer on top of your skin. Third one up is sunglasses. Look, your third eye is photoreceptive. When light shines upon it, it releases serotonin. So if your eyes are tricked into thinking that it's dark outside with sunglasses, you might start feeling groggy, lethargic, because it's going to start releasing melatonin in the middle of the day. Not the best. Lastly is dry fit shirts, which are used for athletic sports or working out. Sometimes they even have 100% polyester, which is what you're trying to avoid. Seeps into your skin. It's another form of a toxic product that is in a lot of fabrics, and you should look into it. Last thing I'm going to mention is just because everybody's doing it doesn't mean you gotta do it. Alright, history has shown that just because the popularity or the majority is being done doesn't mean that you have to go in that same direction. Think for yourself, be self-driven, and you'll see the effects.